Hi, I'm Kendra Bailey Morris, and welcome to the Heart of the Home. Today we're going to be making a really great recipe. It's a brunch recipe or a breakfast recipe or a breakfast for dinner recipe, however you would like to approach it. And it's a ham, onion, and cheese quiche. And this is a really simple recipe to make. It's definitely something you can make ahead of time and bake, and then when your guests come, it's nice and hot, or make it ahead of time and serve it chilled, which is actually a very French way of serving quiche, and just serve it with a salad. So we're going to get started here, and what I'm going to do is add some unsalted butter to my pan. Get this going. And next I'm going to add some diced onion, and this is just diced sweet onions is what I prefer, like a Vidalia onion. And then also some honey ham, and you could use country ham if you wanted to, which is obviously going to be a little bit saltier or a lot saltier. Or you could use just a regular Black Forest ham. Leftover Christmas ham is perfect for this. And I'm going to saute these up together just a bit. And I'm going to add some black pepper. I'm not going to add any salt because my ham is already pretty salty. And if you're using country ham, don't add any salt to this at all. Okay, I'm going to let this get going. And what we're going to do is saute this until it's translucent. And you want it to be just slightly cooked through. Most importantly, you want to cook the liquid out of the vegetables and the liquid that tends to be in these ham, because we have a crust here that cannot get soggy. So you want to make sure that you do that. This is going. Meanwhile, and I've done this already, is I have a prepared pie crust. You can make your own. You could buy a refrigerated one. I don't always recommend using a frozen one. You can. I just prefer the refrigerated ones if you're going to go the quick route to the frozen ones. And what I've done here is I've gone ahead and put it in a pie plate, and I've pricked the bottom of it, which you always want to do that with your pie crust so it doesn't puff up. And I've par-baked it in the oven for about 10 minutes or so, and that's just to keep it from getting soggy once we put our liquids in there, which is going to be milk and eggs. And this is going here. And what I'm going to do, and this is another tactic to keep it from getting too soggy on the bottom, is I'm going to put my cheese, and this is a Swiss cheese that we're using. You could use cheddar. You could use a blend of cheddar, Parmesan, whatever you like. And I've got about, I'd say a cup or so, more if you like it really cheesy, less if you want a little bit less. And I'm just going to put that in the bottom. Meanwhile, I'm going to finish sauteing this up probably another 5 minutes, and we will be right back, and I will show you what to do from here on out. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my ham and my onions all nice and sauteed, and they've got a crispy brown texture because they've been cooking in that butter. Really, really, really good. That's what you're going for. And what I'm going to do now is just add this to my pie crust, and I'm just putting it right on top of the cheese. Spreading it around a bit. All right. Just kind of spread it out evenly on your pie crust. Set that aside. Meanwhile, I'm going to make the foundation of the quiche, which is used always, almost always, some sort of combination of eggs and milk or cream or half and half or whatever. In this case, we're going to be using 6 eggs. I've already cracked 6 large eggs. And we're going to be adding a cup of whole milk. If you want it richer, you could substitute half heavy cream and half milk, or half and half milk, depending on how rich you would like this to be. Do keep in mind a little will go a long way if you add the heavy cream in here, because it's pretty rich, but it is good. And what I'm doing now is really just breaking up the eggs. I'm going to add some black pepper to this, freshly ground always. And then I've got just a pinch of thyme, maybe about a 1/4 teaspoon or so. This is dried thyme. And if you don't want the herbs in there, you don't have to add the herbs. If you would like something other than thyme, you can feel free to add that. I really like the flavor of tarragon with eggs. That would go really nicely with this, or savory. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and pour this mixture into my pie crust. Just like so. And as you can see, I've got my pie on a sheet pan. I recommend that you do that. It makes it much easier to transfer it without spilling it into your oven, and I've got my oven set on 350 degrees, and I'm going to go ahead and put my pie in there, and it's going to cook, or quiche rather, it's going to cook for about 40 to 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes depending on how slow your oven is, and we'll be right back. Okay, so it's been about 50 minutes here on my quiche, and I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the oven. And what you're looking for, as far as knowing that it's done, is that you want to be able to insert a toothpick or maybe a knife, and you want it to come out clean, and that's really all you're looking for. Also, if you find that your crust is starting to burn around the edges, you can take some tin foil and line it, and that'll keep it from burning and hopefully make it cook a little bit more evenly. All right. So here we are. We have our quiche, and it's beautiful. This, again, like I said, is something that you can make ahead of time. You could actually make it a day or two ahead of time and just warm it up. So it's great for entertaining. And what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and cut a slice. The best part. Make sure I get it in there really good. Excellent. There you go. I have a ham, onion, and cheese quiche. I'm Kendra Bailey Morris. Let's get cooking.
Recipes from the heart of the home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafarmbureau.org.